On this episode of the Infowars News, I'll be reading an article that states that a opening new theater of war in the North American homeland. The U.S. Treasury raised federal employees' pension funds, and Ron Paul slams Obama's State of the Union address as campaign speech. That and a lot more straight ahead, so don't you go nowhere. An article written by Salman Mohammed is called Opening a New Theater of War in the North American Homeland. And basically what it says here is that the state of emergency composite 1, North America, Canada, and Mexico are financially and mentally colonized nations, but financially fraud and media propaganda are no longer enough to keep the people down. Due to the political awakening across the continent, the need for boots has come. It is clear that it has been sustained move in the direction of martial law preparations 10 that has been continuous, as has been unrelented. Professor Peter Dale Scott, war, martial law, and the economic climate global researcher, said back on February 23, 2011. He goes on to say, it is not just Afghanistan and Iraq wars anymore. The Department of Homeland Security is interested in camera packaging that can peek in almost every 4 square miles of constitutionally protected American territory for a long stretch of time. Homeland Security doesn't have a particular state system in mind. Right now, it's just soliciting industry feedback on what a formal call such as a wide area surveillance system might look like. Well, folks, if you wanted to know if martial law is coming, this is it. I mean, this article goes on about how when martial law is declared, the social order breaks down. North America will become the battlefield in the military and civilian planners in Washington intended to be for a long time. I mean, basically, the elites want this. I'll just be real with you. That's what they actually want. A war with the American people, so they can come in and sweep up all the pieces and say, we're the saviors! We're saving! It will be a new world order! When in fact, they're the ones that started the whole goddamn thing. If you're a federal employee, well, listen to this, but you're gonna be very pissed off. Believe me, you will be pissed off. There's an article written by J.D. Haynes from nationalnews.com, which states that the U.S. Treasury has been raiding the federal employees' pension fund to pay its debts. And as the article goes on, there was a letter written to Congress earlier this week, which came from Timmy Geithner, which says that it would be unable to invest fully the federal employees' retirement system, a tactic the federal government has to employ 6 times over the past 20 years in order to retain under the the ceiling limit. In addition to quote-unquote scapegoating, in addition to short claiming the federal pension retirement, Geithner has already taped another solemn use fund in order to allow the government to continue borrowing without running aloof on the country's laws, according to Reuters. Well, only thing I can say about this one is this. If you're listening to the sound of my voice and what you just heard me say just now, you gotta be freaking pissed off. You gotta be fuming now. And the article goes on to say that it wouldn't run a trade deficit of nearly $8 billion annually while throwing up a regulatory wall that prohibits expansion of our own industrial base and would not completely pass legislation to create new IOUs and unfinished liabilities. I mean, folks, this should get you pissed off if you're a federal worker. I mean, literally, freaking pissed off. An article written by Steve Watson from Infowars.com says that, no, Ron Paul actually slams, President candidate Ron Paul slams the actual State of the Union address as a campaign speech. And underneath it says, Obama did a typical Washington political gamemanship that has gotten us exactly nowhere, as he states, as the bolded print has stated. The congressman and the presidential hopeful Ron Paul said in a statement today that insists of offering solutions to the problems on our country's faces. The president was intent on delivering a campaign speech. The congressman added that Obama's speech dealt in typical Washington political gamesmanship that has gotten the country nowhere. Paul noted that Obama seemed to be bragging about job creation when he unveiled his healthcare plan and was actually job destroying. The congressman also noted that the Dodd-Frank bill guarantees future taxpayer bailouts and large incentives. And folks, I kind of agree with Ron Paul on this one, folks. For the president to do this crap, I mean, seriously. And I mean, literally, I had to watch for that thing. I was actually falling asleep. I couldn't even stay up, like, let it be over. Let it be over, god dang it, let it be over. I can't stay up here anymore. Because I didn't want to see the guy's ugly, degenerate, globalist, punky face. I'm sick of this guy, alright? But he's the president of the United States. I mean, really, no, he's not the president of the United States. He's a crook. He's a criminal, and he knows it. And just wait till Jesus Christ gets his hands on him. He's gonna wish he wasn't a crook. He's gonna wish he repented for all of his sins. But anyway, I mean, really, it kind of sounded like it wasn't even a State of the Union address. It was more like a campaign speech, as Ron Paul says. And basically, it was. Well, that's all the articles I'll be reading for you today. If you want to learn more about these articles or read them yourself, please go to Infowars.com and go read them, folks. And as for me, I'm going to sign off now. Thank you for watching the Infowars News Blitz. I am Info Gundam, your host. I hope you have a very blessed day. Thank you, goodbye, and good luck in the election. Trust me, we need to elect Ron Paul.